Hey folks, in this video we're going to be talking about our Smilex Retentifolia. If you remember from when we learned our Vitis Retentifolia, retentifolia means round-leaved, referring to the leaves that we see here on this vine. So this is another vine that we're learning this semester. It's one that we see commonly here in the Piedmont. There's a couple of species of Smilax throughout North Carolina that you may encounter, but this is one of the ones that's pretty common. And so we wanted to introduce you to this one first so that you can identify it and then compare others to it as you go into your careers. So for Smilex Retentifolia, the things that you're going to want to look for to identify this plant is first look at the stems. So these are going to be present year-round, are these bright green to dark green stems. And then these stems are also often going to have prickles on them. So I'll come over here and give you a good example of those. So you see these prickles along here, they often have these black tips on the prickles and they sit straight out on the surface of the stem of the Smilex Retentifolia. And that's distinctive compared to the other vines we've learned so far, which often have those recurved prickles. So those prickles themselves are pretty distinctive. Then if we come in over and look at the leaves themselves, got a good one right here. They tend to have like a slightly cordate base and they can look heart-shaped from a distance. As you look at them, they've got a relatively round shape overall, are very shiny green. If you look at the undersides, they're also gonna be pretty green under there and have those three prominent veins that kind of arc along the leaf, and then you have a few others on the outside. They have an entire margin on the side of that leaf, but that round shape is really what's going to help give this away and distinguish it from other plants in the same group. But this is a vine that we see pretty often growing in tangles amongst other plants. You'll see it growing on the ground, among bushes, on forest edges and things. So it's definitely not a plant that you want to have to encounter in large masses in the forest because of those sharp prickles. If you've ever done yard work, you might come, even the dead prickles are going to be really sharp and painful to run across, which is where it kind of gets the name catbrier, referring to its kind of claws along the stem. But yeah, that is Smilex Retentifolia. See you at the next plant.